Hello everyone, this is David Condrey. I just wanted to take a minute out of your day to tell you a little bit about our new Aurora release coming out here August 2022. This release is an exciting release for us. It's version 2.5 and it's bringing a lot to the table, especially in today's environment where remote access and secure remote access is a necessity for just operating today in an office environment in your organization, accessing the information that you need and collaborating on that effectively. So I'm going to keep this pretty short today. It's just a quick little taste of what Aurora 2.5 is all about. So with that, let's get into it. So before we look at the Aurora 2.5 release, specifically I have a lab set up, but I want to make sure that we have a baseline of what it is that we're even talking about. So here we have our production system where we see how I operate. These are all of my shares, my groups, my home folder. So I see things out here that might be really, that I'm using on a day-to-day basis. Now this is Aurora. So I see not only my home folder, but I see my shares and the same thing. So if I go into this A1 folder and analytics, it's the same thing as what we see here. So if I'm viewing this, so when I'm operating, it's out here, it's exactly the same as how I'm operating in the office or when I'm directly connected to the network. So that's the premise of Aurora, but let's take a look at the 2.5 release specifically in a lab setting. So in this case, I'm going to log in as administrator here so we can have an opportunity to see what we have in play here. All right, got it that time. I want to look at, this is the administrator, so I want to kind of look at the configuration of the system. One of the brand new things that's in this release is the two-factor authentication. We have a lot of customers that have cyber insurance requirements that require that their organization to have multi-factor or two-factor authentication in place for any external access to the network. So this is one of the reasons that we added this. Now in this configuration section we have multiple options. We can require two-factor for all users, for no users, or for some users. So in this case we're going to require two-factor for anyone that's part of this group. All right. So if we want to see how this would actually work right fast, we'll come over here in another browser and I will log in as ACOX. Now ACOX is part of this group. So it's going to ask me to register. So it's very easy to do this. So what I've got here, this is actually my phone. So as we look here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my Authenticator app. It could be any Authenticator app, and I'm actually going to add a new account. I'm going to do scan QR code. I'm going to scan that, and it's added it. So you can see in this little lab, I have that added there. So it's asking me for the one-time passcode, so I'll enter it, 812188, and as an end user, I'm done. Success. Continue to application. So here I'm logged in as Amanda Cox, and so at that point I'm I'm pretty much done. So I have the opportunity to access my files. So I can, I can look at this from a variety of perspectives. Here, I can, and it's going to render these documents as I go through here. I see different. I have the ability to do that. Even video is able to be rendered. And what I can do is I can do things together. I can get things together here, and so I want to put all these pictures in here so you can see it's really just drag and drop. So also, if I wanted to move some files into here, I have the opportunity to do that. So on my my local system here, I'm just going to take a folder that I have here, some files, some icon. It's got some pictures and things in it. So I can actually just take that and drag that whole thing into here, and it's going to put all that in there that way. So here's some files. I can rename that to uploaded. And then I have the ability to access these just any way I want. For this particular thing here, if I had this Synergy releases, I could download that whole thing, structure and all. It's all going to come down. Now back to the authentication piece. If I log out now, I'm able to come in as ACOX and put in my password. And now it's wanting the one-time code. I'll come over here, 790-150, verify. Oops. Oh, it refreshed. 583, I'll wait for this to pass through. 487, 345, verify, and I'm in. So another thing that's kind of neat in this release is back up here on the administrator, we have branding. So this says, you can see where this says Aurora 2. Aurora 2. I can my org remote access and save that. And then when I refresh over here, we see that. And also we can do branding on the graphics and things like that. So the login screen background. So for example, if I wanted to change this, so here on our Condrey website, I'm just going to pick this graphic right here. So copy image address, and I'm going to paste that into that format right there. So I can just take that, put that in here, update, and so then what I should see is this graphic here representing our login screen, which is what we have there. So anyway, that's just a little taste of Aurora and what it's going to be able to do for you, especially in the two-factor authentication pieces of that. So thank you so much for taking some time today and looking at this real quick with me. Please reach out to us if you have any questions or ideas or things like that. We'll be glad to help discuss those with you and come up with the right solution for you. All right, thanks. Take care.